Hello everyone, welcome to SlipjointSawyer. Today we're going to be talking about a buck knife. It is a 112 but not the particular one, but if you're sort of familiar with my channel, even though I'm a UK channel and slip joints are really the only thing you can carry unless you've got a valid reason here, I'm a massive fan of the 112. I've done a couple of videos on it already and I've pretty much put my points across why I think it's so fantastic. But I saw a deal come up on Buck UK's website for 20% off this particular model, and I pretty much just had to pull the trigger. So we'll do like a sort of unboxing. I have taken it out and had a look at it as I wanted to make sure it was all okay. But we'll do an unboxing, what you get in the package, things like that. And then we'll do a little bit of a comparison to the regular 112 there as well. So I'll just pop this up here out of the way for now. And here is the packaging. So it's the Buck Pro box. So it's their standard sort of black box with the Buck Knives logo and Buck Knives written on there. Pretty plain all the way around. This is the sleeve, of course. And then you get the forever warranty, made in the USA, and the Pro. You do have the sort of the warnings here, but really just known to the state of California. No one else really seems to think it does, so, you know, let that be that. You have the catalog number here, which is the 13264, the model number, which is 0112GRS3-B, and that is the Slim Pro TRX. So you take off the sort of the sheath, I guess you would call it, and then you met with this black box inside. You have like the sort of the silver logo here, embossed edge of a legend, and then it's pretty much just plain all the way around. Really sort of nice classy presentation. Magnetic close on the front, and then inside you're met with this. I hold this here, you can pause if you wish to read that. You have a message from the Buck family. And on the back you have more information about the famous forever warranty. We'll just pop that in the back there out of the way. And then the knife comes in this nice sort of like synthetic material little baggie. Helps it stay protected on its journey to you. And then of course you have the sort of the shredded paper in there so it's make sure it's safe as well, so it's not banging around inside the box. And this is the 112 Slim Pro TRX. So it's very similar to the sport model, apart from, you know, it's a slimmer version. And we'll just get this out of the way and we'll have a better look at that. So you can see we have the OG green G10 scales. You have the Buck logo on the pivot there, and because this is the TRX, it means you can take this apart if you wish to. All these are Torx on the back, so you have T6s for all of these as well. So pivot, you've got the lock bar screw, the clip screws, and the two rear screws as well, all TRX8. This is pretty much standard as the Buck 112. It's just a sort of a newer model, modernized with modern materials, but keeping that classic design. You do have the Buck logo laser etched on this blade instead of stamped on like they normally do. And then you do have the ambidextrous thumb studs as well, keeping to the sort of aesthetic the original Buck was an ambidextrous knife. And seeing as they've made this modern and put a pocket clip on it, they've given you the screw holes on the front so you can have tip up right and left hand carry, and as well being able to open it right or left handed with the thumb studs either side. Still get that really nice thump on the open, as I like to call it, from Buck. That really like affirmative click on the open. And this is the Clip-Point S30V blade. Slightly different shape to the 420HC. We'll go over some comparisons in a little while. You can see you have laser etched there the 112 with the date stamp. You see you have Buck's sort of factory edge on there. And every sort of Buck knife I have has had an absolutely screaming razor edge on there. I've never had a problem with any sort of Buck knife. I've seen a few videos, people said they had like sort of blade rock or blade wobble, but I don't know if you can see that in there, but mine is absolutely rock solid. Not had to tighten any of the screws up, they've not come loose, and I've been using it yesterday and this morning. I just think they've done a fantastic job on this. You can see, take a look inside there and you can see what's going on in there. You can see like the black lock bar in there that sort of acts as the spring. No sort of liners or anything like that, because it's the G10, it is really strong. And it is nice and thin as well in your hand, and it's just really comfortable. It's a knife I've been looking at for a while. I was considering getting the Sport, but then it would be as heavy, well, maybe a little bit lighter, but as chunky as the 112. And as much as I love this, I do enjoy the sort of slimmer, easier carry, especially for in the UK. It's a bit more discreet. You can see there on the blade you have the Boss S30V heat treatment on there, and I mean that blade seal is absolutely fantastic. It's I mean, I can't even describe how razor sharp it was out of the box. Absolutely fantastic. See, drops nicely when you put the lock bar in, and nice slam down the close. And they have as well included, I don't know if you can make it out in here, but you can just about see here in the middle there is a stop pin, which does hit in the choil here, which is nice, a nice little touch as well. You know, there's a modern design, and they've not got such a big kick. You know, they're stopping it hitting the sort of back spring in there, things like that. So that's a really good touch from Buck. So we'll take a look at some specs on this now. So you can see we have a closed length of 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4, and then with a blade length, full blade length of 1, 2, 3, and a cutting edge of 1, 2, nearly 2 3/4. So overall, like a really nice blade to handle ratio, really comfortable in the hand. Pocket clip is excellent as well. It's got light enough spring retention, but heavy enough that it stays in your pocket and won't fall out, but it's easy enough to get, you know, into your trouser pocket or under any sort of material. It's a really nice deep carry as well, so you pretty much see nothing in your pocket bar the black pocket clip. And that's something I really like for the UK, is having a black pocket clip, is it, you know, you can't really see it when it's in your pocket. I know you're not meant to carry this in the UK, but I know a few of us still do. So we'll take a look at some comparisons now with the original Buck 112. So the first one obviously is the materials used. So you've got G10, you've got the brass integral bolsters with the wood and the pinned construction, whereas this is the Torx screws. From what I can tell by looking at them by eye, the TRX is slightly bigger in the handle length. I don't know if you can tell that. It's a little tiny bit bigger. Let me do some like overall measurements so we can make that a bit easier for you guys to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just shy of 7.5. And then if we do the TRX Slim Pro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I think it might just be that the cutting edge is slightly shorter on the TRX than it is on the original. I think that might be what's putting it off for me by eyes. The handle, you can see, looks very slightly bigger. We take a look at the blade shape difference as well now with the S30V compared to the 420. You can see there is a more defined sort of upswept on the 420HC clip. And then on the modern TRX, they have got a sort of a rounded off swedge here and a much more of a sort of a shallow clip. Blade stock, pretty much identical, but you can really see the difference there in the handles. If I put this the other way around, so we haven't got to worry about the clip hitting, I mean, it's about half the width, and I do find that really comfortable in hand. And the weight, I'd say it's probably about 1/4 of the weight. Overall, really happy with my purchase. It's one I've been looking at for a really long time. I know a couple of the guys like RJ, Big J, you've got the Sport. And if I was in the US, I'd 100% be buying that one, no doubt. But for the ease of carry and the subtle carry in the UK, I really think this is a winner. You're getting a traditional style knife made with modern materials, thumb studs, like screwed construction that you can take apart and clean out if you wish to. Really strong and durable, grippy as well, G10, and with an S30V blade with the Boss heat treat, you know you're not going to go wrong. This thing's going to stay like a razor for a very long time. So there we go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.